Hello, welcome one and all to the first, well, the newest test play version of Phoenix Quest card game. Um, I just wanted to go over a couple of types of different cards before we got started. So you will have three types of cards as of right now for Phoenix Quest card game, or PQCG. You will have the playable cards, which will be, monsters and their evolutions of the monsters. You can, these are the ones that you'll be fighting, with against your opponent, hopefully drawing from your deck and using to, fight back and all that. And then there will be the equipment cards, which basically will be kind of like equipping a weapon or buffing your monsters with specific effects. Like this one, for example, this one would be resistant to light damage. And so the shield is in general resistant to, it's a +2 defense in general. And so, yeah, and then there's just going to be different kind of equipment cards. And then the last type of card will be the item card, which you will see things like healing items. This one's a single target healing. This is a party healing. This is a curing card that can cure status effects. And then this one is a force level card, which basically you would play and be able to go through your deck and find a base level, or a 1-star playable card to use to level up your monsters. Because in this game, you can level up your monsters to get better stats. And so it's pretty sweet. And I will explain, all of that stuff while we're playing. I'll eventually come out with a video that'll go more in depth with like the rules. But this game, this video, I just wanted to play test more than anything. So I've got two starter packs right here. So the starter packs are going to be just booster packs. So you really just need a minimum of 10 cards to play against an opponent. Obviously, if you have more cards, it could be or a pro or a con, because you might have to go through a lot of cards to actually get the ones that you want if you set up your deck that way. If you're really smart or, understand card games, you could definitely set up a really good deck with really legit monsters that would be beneficial no matter what card you draw. But the basics of Phoenix Quest card game is that it's a simple, turn-based card battle game, very inspired by like turn-based RPGs. Not necessarily inspired by other TCGs like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh. It's more inspired by the actual RPG versions of those games, like Pokemon or Dragon Quest specifically, or Final Fantasy or Fire Emblem, things like that. So it's more in general inspired by actual RPG games, and then turned into a turn-based or a card game, basically. And with that, for example, you'll be using a dice. The dice is how you determine if you would attack, if you decide to attack, or if you miss. And so if you roll a 6, for example, you would just miss. If you roll a 1 out of 5, you can choose one of two abilities. If you had a Bimono card, for example, that you could, or skills that you could use. And then you could also need to make sure that you're reading your card's passive skill, because in general, each card will have two skills and then one passive skill. So definitely be aware of that. Now, let's also talk about, just to go over a little bit of the information, kind of what you'll see on a card. So first things first, the name of the monster or the playable card. Sorry, it's kind of blurry, by the way. You'll see the race that it is. There's 5 different races. There's the creature, which is Bimono. There's the reptile. There's the beast type. And then there's the ethereal, and then there's the demon type. So those are 5 different types or races that there are for monsters. The rank, the form, or the evolution will show right here. These are the stats, which are basically just HP or vitality, attack, defense, and speed. And then you'll have the card's element. So no matter what attack Bimono will use, it'll always deal earth damage. So there's that. He's resistant to light, which basically means he will receive -2 damage from a light type monster. And then he's weak to dark, which means he will get +2 damage from dark type monsters. So hopefully that makes sense. Definitely let me know if it doesn't. But anyways, let's get started with how you would start an actual battle, right? So first things first, each player will shuffle their decks. So before you get started, I've already done that. And then that's basically it. So now we'll just start the game. Now, how to win the game. So sorry, my hands are kind of dirty. Basically, you will need to defeat 3 stars worth of your opponent's party. So your party, let's say you have a Bimono here, you have a Beast Reikong here. So somehow, this is a 3-star card, by the way. This is Beast Mono's final evolution. He's got his line right here, Beast Mono, Beast Mokong, and Beast Reikong. Let's say that this player's got a Beast Reikong. So if he takes out Bimono, now this player has 2 stars left. So there's that. But if Bimono somehow took out Beast Reikong, which is a 3-star card, he now loses because you just took out 3 stars worth of your opponent's party, if that makes sense. The other way of winning too as well, let's say that this player has 3 Bimono and Beast Reikong takes out all 3 Bimono. That means that this player has lost and this player won. So pretty simple. I mean, I don't think it's too crazy to understand. The other way of winning is that your opponent quits or forfeits, which is obvious. And then the last way of winning is that if your opponent or you do not have any playable cards that you can play. If you have evolution cards, that doesn't count because you need to evolve them to use them. You need to evolve like the base forms. And so if you have no more playable cards, you have lost, basically. So there's that. Now, the booster packs will come with 10 cards, like I mentioned. It'll come with 4 base form monsters, 2 first evolution monsters, and 1 final evolution monster. That's basically all you need to play, and then it'll come with 2 item cards and 1 equipment card. And again, this is all you need to play. So it's a good start off point, and then it's a good point to also see how to play, and like if you're actually interested in the game, then you can get more booster packs and try and build the party that you want. This first type of booster pack will have a theme, which will be the monos, all the mono monsters, which have 1 eyes, and they're all kind of part of one species, even though there's different types, like the beast type and the creature type and the demon type, blah, blah, blah. They're all part of the same species, which is the mono species. So yeah, the first booster packs will be part of, that. Anyways, let's move on to playing the game. So to start the game, like I said, shuffle your cards. We've already done that. And now it is called, the first phase of every turn is called the Phoenix phase, which basically means that each player will draw up to 4 cards. I'm going to just put my 4 cards out here, and then I'll put my deck up there. So originally you'll be playing against each other, but in this case, so everyone can actually see, I'll be playing like this. Now, another thing to note is if you do not draw in your first turn of the game, right, of the battle, if you do not draw at least 1 playable card, then you can reshuffle and try it again. So yeah, but that's only for the first turn of the game. So yeah. Okay, in this case, we are pretty solid on both fronts. Now, what we're going to do is part of the Phoenix phase is also where you would be putting your party down. So you can have up to 3 active cards and 2 standby cards when you're in a battle. So in this case, we've got Dimono and Limono that I can play because the Bima Princesa is an evolution, and this is an item card, which is pretty cool. It's called Hyper Focused. You can make a party member land a for sure critical hit next turn, which is a ×3 damage multiplier. So pretty sweet. And then this character will have the Beast Monos, the double Beast Mono, come out. And then, actually, no, I'm just going to play one Beast Mono, and I'll explain why in a little bit. So, yeah. Actually, no, I am going to have double Beast Mono. Sorry, my bad. I lied. Okay, so we're going to do that. So, first things first, what I'm going to do is you need to first figure out which monsters have the highest speed. So, in this case, Limono has a 5, Dimono has a 6, and both Beast Mono have a 4. That means that Dimono would move first in this case, right? So, what do I want to do with my Dimono? I am going to just use a skill. So I'm going to roll the dice. Okay, I got a 1. So 1 through 5, I'm able to use one of Dimono's skills, which again, we've got Bite, which steals the user's attack, which is a 1. And we've got Chupa Vida Seed, which is his second skill, which basically steals 1 vitality from a target for 3 turns. I really like that, so I'm going to use that. So I'm going to use Chupa Vida Seed on Beast Mono. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is use this Vitality card just to keep track of the HP of each monster. These will be sold separately if you would like a Vitality card. So each monster will have a Vitality card. And then the other thing I'm going to use, if I can find another one, here we go, is these little arrows over here, which will also, this is kind of a work in progress. It's probably going to be a little bit bigger or in a different sort of style, but I'll most likely be kind of selling little arrow pointers, that cards that you can cut out on your own and use to like keep track of the HP and the status of your monsters, because this is the other card which shows the status. This is a status card that'll show, you know, how much attack, how much defense that is added to a party member during battle, or, you know, buffs, debuffs. Down here, status effects, which status effect your monster currently has. So you can, again, kind of keep track of what's going on during the battle, so you don't have to rely on memory the whole time. Now, I just want to quote real quick, or mention, as you can see down here, there's 9 different status effects. There is numb, which basically, I'll eventually explain what each one of them are, but or the details of it. But numb, confusion, poison, pressure, burn, frozen, blind. This is stun. My bad. This is not confusion. This is stun. The stars, and then this one's confusion, the question marks, and this is cursed. But those are the 9 status effects. So, anyways, there's that. So, anyways, let's do this. So, Dimono attacked this Beast Mono, and it's going to steal +1 vitality. So that means that Beast Mono's vitality is originally 9. I'm going to put this little arrow pointer on 8, so I know that he is now with 8 vitality instead of 9. And then I just got to remember that he has a +1 vitality that he'll receive every turn with that. Now, the other thing is that because of Dimono's passive skill, which is called Spooky Fang, it says the user has a 3/6 chance of causing curse for 1 to 5 turns after attacking. So because we attacked, we now need to roll to see if Beast Mono is cursed. Okay, so the one thing is, in terms of the 3/6 chance, that means that if it's 1, 2, or 3, basically it means that it would cause the status effect. If it's a 4, 5, or 6, it does not. So in this case, Beast Mono is also cursed. So let me actually grab a status effect card And if I had more room, I would show you how I would set it up in terms of each monster. But I don't, so I'm kind of limited on space right now. But let me just put the little arrow down on cursed. And let me also read to you what cursed does. So basically, he's cursed, which means that Beast Mono cannot be healed or receive any positive effects while he's cursed. So there's that. And it's for 1 to 5 turns. So that means that at the end of turn phase, which is after every monster has moved, we will roll a dice to see if Beast Mono is still cursed in the next turn or not, up to 5 turns. If it's an even number, he is not cursed anymore. If it's an odd number, he still is cursed. So anyway. Okay, so Dimono just moved. We're done with that turn. The next turn is Limono, because Limono is the next highest speed, which is 5. So Limono is now going to, I'm going to have him actually use his, first I need to roll. I want to try and use his second skill, which is called Growl. Okay, so roll between a 1 and a 5. We rolled a 4, so he can use a skill. I'm going to use his skill called Growl, which basically says it can reduce -1 attack for 3 turns. So I'm going to use that on this Beast Mono right here. And I'm going to also use another little pointer just to make sure I remember that he has a -1 attack for 3 turns. So there you go. Okay, that was the end of this. It was not an attack because he didn't deal any damage, so his passive skill would not go into effect in this case. Jeez. My space is so limited. So yeah, so that's the end of Limono's turn. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so I just had to drink water. So there's that. Okay, now we can move here. Now, in general, if there's 2 cards that have the same speed and they both need to move, you would just roll a dice to see, and then see who gets the higher number to see who rolls first out of the two or 3 or 4 monsters that have the same speed, right? In this case, since they're both my monsters, I'm just going to choose which one I want to go first. So, yeah. First things first, I am going to... So this Beast Mono is basically compromised. I'm not really going to put too much faith in him, unfortunately. I'm going to put more faith into this one. So for now, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and mess with people over here. So one thing we also want to note is, unfortunately, Beast Mono does not type well against Limono because he's resistant to strike. So he would deal a -2 damage to Limono. So I'm not even going to try to attack him because it's literally not going to do anything. So in that case, I am going to attack Dimono, and it's going to be in just a normal, whatever the stat is, which is 2. But I'm not even going to attack him. I'm going to use a -1. Oh, just kidding. He already has 0 defense. So Hal would kind of be... well, no, yeah, that would deal a more attack on Dimono. So let's... You know what? No, I'm going to use Punch. Okay, I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to use Punch on Dimono, which deals +2 damage because he's got 2 attack. So, excuse me. Sorry, I'm burping and stuff. Dimono went from 8 vitality down to 6. Okay, so there's that. Okay, now the other thing is Beast Mono's passive skill is called Stunning Fists, which means the user has a 3/6 chance of causing stun for 1 to 5 turns after attacking. So let's roll the dice. 3/6 chance. Oh, that fell off the table. Okay, we rolled a 1. So that means that Dimono is now stunned. Look at that. Man, we're having some really good luck in terms of status effects. Okay, so I'm going to put this card on the left. And I'm going to put the pointer on stun, which again is the little stars. So yeah, now, yeah, so there's that. So now we're ready. We know what's going on here, and Beast Mono's turn is over in this case. Now I'm going to use the other Beast Mono, but instead of using any attacks or anything, I'm actually going to evolve this Beast Mono into Beast Mekong. So I just evolved Beast Mono into Beast Mekong. He is now a 2-star monster, and he has become more of a threat for sure. His vitality went up, his attack went up, and his speed went up. So he's definitely more of a force to be reckoned with. But that was it. I can't do anything else because I just evolved him. So there's no more I can do in this turn. Okay, so in terms of now it's the end of turn phase, right? And again, we're going to see, first of all, if each monster is still, what's it called? Uh, um, he's cursed and he's stunned, but also, for example, Dimono has the Chupa Vida seed on Beast Mono, so he will recover +1 HP. So he's going to go from 6 to 7. Okay. And then we'll see if Dimono is stunned, which basically means if Dimono is stunned, that means that we'd have to roll the dice, and he has a 3/6 chance of being able to move or not. So it's kind of like paralyzation in Pokemon. So let's see. Okay. So he sorry. Yeah. So basically if it's a positive, if it's an even number, he is not stunned anymore. If it's an odd number, he is. So this means that he is still stunned. So Dimono will be stunned next turn. Beast Mono's turn to roll the dice. Okay. So he had an even number, so that means he is not cursed anymore. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, so his curse has been lifted. So Beast Mono is now not cursed anymore. Perfect. Okay, so one thing I also forgot. I just realized this. My bad. I totally didn't realize this until now. He had a -2 attack on him, and so that means that the Mono. Oh, sorry guys, I am a mess right now. And I think I sneezed right into the mic too. The Mono actually dealt, instead of 2, only 1 damage. And so the Mono Beast Mono, just dealt 2 instead of 1 damage. So that means the Mono actually had a 7 and now has an 8 because he, recovered +1 HP. So anyways, there we go. Okay, that's it for the end of turn phase. There's nothing else to do here. We are good to go. So now it is the Phoenix phase. So which means that each player can draw up to 4 cards again. The player on the left has 2 and the player on the right has 1. So that means the player on the, what am I doing? I need to draw. So I just drew these 2 cards, which is pretty cool. I drew another playable card and Demono's Evolution. So that's pretty sweet. So what I'm going to do is, because it's still the Phoenix phase, I'm going to put down the Bimona, since I can have up to 3 active cards and 2 standby party members. So 3 active party members, 2 standby. And then, and so there's that. And now what I'm going to do is, now I have to draw for the card on the right. During the Phoenix phase, you can only draw cards and also play cards, and that's it. You can't, once you play a card, you can't actually remove it. You can't withdraw it. You can only do that with a specific item. So just so you know, an item card, that is. So, Okay, and then the player on the right, oh, 3 cards. The player on the right has these that he just drew, which is pretty sweet. This is really good because now that means that we can evolve Beast Mekong and we can also play Limona. So first things first, I'm going to play Limona. When it's his turn, I'll evolve him, but for now, I'm happy I got the evolution, so pretty sweet. So first things first, we're gonna do, yeah. So we just drew. We're ready. Now it's either the Mono's turn or Beast Mekong's turn because they both have the same speed. Oh, just kidding. I'm sorry. My bad. It's actually Bimona's turn right down here because Bimona has a speed of 7. Her speed is the highest. So that means she goes first. Excuse me. So I'm going to try to do, as Bimona, I'm going to try to use a skill. No, actually, let's see. What do I want to do here? No one's weak to her element. So, um, mm, 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 mm. Oh, I need to redo this card, by the way. I just realized the passive skill doesn't make any sense. So, anyways, okay. What I'm going to do, you know what? I'm going to do this. With Bimona's turn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an item card, Hyper Focus, on Limono. I'm going to use Hyper Focus on Limono. So I'm going to just go ahead and put that there just so I remember he's got that. For next turn. So this is going to guarantee a critical hit. And this is perfect because Limono, it deals extra damage to these cards here. So this is perfect. So yeah, so I'm going to do that. Now, that's the end of turn for Bimona. Now it's between Dimono and Beast Mekong. So let's see who goes first. Dimono is going to roll. Okay, I don't know if you could see that, but he rolled a 3. All right. And then now Beast Mekong will roll. Ooh, and he rolled a 6. So that means Beast Mekong goes first. This is good. This means that he could do a lot of stuff right now. So first thing he's gonna do, he's just gonna evolve himself into a Beast Ray Kong. That's what he's gonna do. He has now evolved into a Beast Ray Kong. That is really good. He is ready to go in terms of fighting. Like he's a beast right now, literally. So yeah, so that's where we're at, and that's the end of his turn because there's nothing else he could do. So yeah, now it's Dimono's turn. So what Dimono's going to do is he's going to play the same game, and he is going to evolve into a Dimo Dralo, which increases his vitality by 2. And since he's already at full HP, I'm not going to worry about the arrow too much. But anyways, so yeah. So now one thing I want to know as well, one of the rules in the game is that you can only have in your party the active group, not the standby group, because again, you can have 2 standby monsters. In your active group of monsters, you can only have up to 5 stars. Your party can only be up to 5 stars. So in this case, this party has reached their limit. Okay, 1, 3, and 1. So that means 5. This party still can add 1 card or 1 evolution to make a 2-star because they have 4 stars right now. So hopefully that makes sense. So there's that. Now we're done with Dimo Dralo's turn. He still has a +1 Chupavida seed on this Beast Mono, so that means that his HP went down to 7. Oh, sorry. It's still not the end of turn phase, so we'll do that in the end of turn phase. But anyways, there's that. Okay, now let's move on to Limono's turn. So Limono is ready to go. So technically, because it's he still hasn't moved. Hyper focus is actually in effect, and he can now use hyper focus. So his attack will deal times 3 damage, which will be a total of 6 damage to whoever he wants. And on top of that, if it's a beast mono he's attacking, or if it's a beast ray Kong, since they're weak to pierce, which he deals pierce damage, it's going to be a +2 added on top of that. So he is going to deal 6 plus 2. He'll deal 8 damage to one of these monsters. So what we're going to do here in this case is we are going to just deal with the freaking obvious elephant in the room that's a problem, and that is Beast Ray Kong. So we're going to try to take out Beast Ray Kong and take out this opportunity of dealing a lot of damage to him. And so let's go ahead and use Limono to attack Beast Ray Kong. But first, we have to roll to see if I can attack. So, okay, we can attack. Beautiful. 1 through 5. So this is perfect. So Limono is going to use Bite on Beast Ray Kong. Again, this is going to be 6 plus 8. And Beast Ray Kong, 23 minus 8 would make 15. So he's got 15 damage. He's got 15 vitality left. So, yeah, there you go. Okay, so Limono just moved. Hyper Focus is now gone. It's not in play anymore. That'll be in the discard pile, or the spirit realm is what I'll be calling it. So yeah, that's over with. Now, this whole party has moved, so we're done with that. And so, yeah, now it's Limona's turn. Limona is the last party member that can move here. What I'm going to do with Limona is actually, I'm actually going to use Lima Viper, okay, as a experience card on Beast Ray Kong. So one thing in Phoenix Quest card game that'll be different than most games, I'm assuming. I haven't really checked if any other game does this, but you will be able to use your playable cards as level up cards, which basically means that you can, or as experience points. So to reach level 2 for Beast Ray Kong, or any monster, you need to have 2 experience points. Lima Viper is a 2-star card, and so she has 2 experience points to offer, because every star counts as 1 experience point. So Lima Viper will now become experience points for Beast Ray Kong. In that case, I'm going to put her in the very bottom, just so we remember and know that he's got 2 experience points. Now, the prior evolutions do not count because they were the evolution, they were used to be able to evolve, but we know that Lima Viper can be used as experience. So she has just been used as experience for Beast Ray Kong, and he has just leveled up. Now, when you level up, you have a couple of bonuses that you can choose, and also a couple of things. For example, a level up bonus would be you can increase your vitality by +2. You can increase your attack by +1, defense by +1, or your speed by +2. So that means that I am going to choose +1 attack for Beast Ray Kong. So I'm going to give him a +1 attack, which will take him up to 5. Okay, so that's his level up bonus. His benefit is now, for reaching level 2, is that he can now deal a critical hit naturally, but he needs to roll the same number 3 different times. So Beast Ray Kong can now deal potentially a critical hit when he attacks, but he needs to roll the same number 3 3 times. So yeah. So obviously that's a benefit that the player would need to keep track of. I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Okay. Oh my gosh, and I also have to sneeze. Gosh dang it. Here we go. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so now, there we go. Now the turn's over, right? Now it's the end of turn phase. So first things first, we know that Dimodralo was still stunned. Let's see if he's still stunned. Now, obviously, to evolve him, I didn't like roll the dice or anything because, I mean, it was just an evolution. He wasn't trying to attack. So if you're trying to attack is when you would see if he's still stunned or not, right? So if it's an evolution or an item you're using on him, then you can just use that. So anyways, for clarification. So Dimodralo is still stunned. This is the second turn he will still be stunned. So yeah, so there's that. But the benefit to this, excuse me, is that he still has the Chupa Vida seed on Beast Mono, so he will reduce his vitality by 1, getting him to 7. And he will now, he's already got max HP because before he had, or vitality, because before he had 8 and he evolved, which boops it up to 10, if that's even a word. So he's already at max HP or vitality. So anyways, we're done with Dimodrado. He's still stunned, but he is at max HP again, so that's good. So there we go. Anything else we need to worry about? No. Beast Mono still has a -1 attack. That'll last for 1 more turn. And then, yeah, there's that. So yeah, we can now move on to the next turn's Phoenix phase. So the player on the left can draw up to 3 cards. 1, drew a Limono. Ooh, Dimo Diablo, which is the final evolution of freaking Dimodralo. That's beautiful. Okay, we drew some good cards. And then we got a Strike Bandana. Strike Bandana increases a +2 resistance to strike. So every card can get 1 equipment card that you can equip on them for the rest of the battle. And so this will be really helpful, especially because we're facing a strike type monster right here, Beast Kong and Beast Mono. So this is really good. Okay, so I'm going to put those off to the left. And then the character on the right, or the player on the right, will draw 3 cards as well because, yeah. Okay, and then they drew a Bimono, a small Sherba, which is a healing item, and an agility band, which increases the user's speed by +5. That is pretty freaking sweet. Not gonna lie. So we got some good cards on both sides. Now, you'll notice that the player on the right doesn't have any more cards. That doesn't matter. What matters is if they don't have any more playable cards left, then they would lose. Or again, if they're, they lose. So even if you don't have any more cards to draw, it doesn't matter. Obviously, that's not good, but that's why you might want to get more booster packs so you have more options and blah, blah, blah. So anyways, so there we go. Okay, now let's look at everyone's speed. At this moment, Dimodralo is by far the fastest. He's got a speed of 13. So that means he goes first, yes or yes. So because, let's see, what do I want to do with him? I'm just going to straight up evolve him, bro. Like, let's just freaking evolve him. Let's not waste any time here. So I'm going to evolve him into Dimo Diablo. Okay. That increases his vitality to 13 and his speed to 19 and his attack to 3. So that's beautiful. So he just used his turn to evolve. And yeah, there we go. That was it. That was it for Demo Diablo's turn. Now, the next character or monster that has the next highest speed is Beast Ray Kong. He's got a speed of 8. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to use him to just freaking attack, bro. We need to start attacking like right now. And he's got a 5 attack, so that's good. What I'm going to do is, okay, none of these monsters, he's resistant to strike, so I'm not even going to attack Limono. That'd be dumb. Bimona might be good to attack. Just to start taking some. Then again, Demo Diablo, I might want to attack him as well. So this is kind of a little bit of a conundrum. Who do I want to attack? Let's see. Shoot, I don't know. I'm going to attack Demo Diablo. Let's try and get this game done as quick as possible, just like this player is trying to do. So I'm going to go ahead and use punch, right? But first things first, I need to see if I can even attack because I have to roll a 1 out of 5. Okay, so I can attack. That's good. I can use punch. That's good. It's going to deal 5 damage. But again, it might deal a critical hit because he's level 2 right now. So we rolled a 1. We rolled a 1 again. Okay, it was not a 1. If it would have been a 1 again, he would have dealt a critical hit. So pretty close though. Holy crap. Yeah, so Beast Ray Kong will now use punch. It's just going to be a normal punch, and it'll take away 5 HP. So it'll bring him down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 HP. So Demo Diablo now has 8 HP. And yeah, that's it. That was it for his turn. Beautiful. Okay, now who's the next fastest? It would be Bimona. So Bimona, what she's gonna do, let's see here. I'm actually going to be kind of annoying as this player now, and I'm gonna try to use her skill Sana, which restores 5 vitality. So let's see if we can. Okay, we can. I'm going to use Sana on Demo Diablo, which will increase his HP back to 13. Ooh, boy. Yeah. In this case, she's very useful. So obviously this player is probably pissed right now, but anyways. So there's that. Okay. Her turn is up. And now it's Limono's turn because his speed is the next fastest. Now, Limono could deal some damage, but he could also, let's see. Let's take advantage of this. Let's use a Bima Re Princesa card to level him up to level 2. Okay. And I'm going to increase his attack to 3. So I'll use a +1 attack bonus for Limono. And now he can use a critical hit to potentially deal more damage to these guys. So yeah, I like where we're at right now with this player. So this is good. Okay, that's basically it for this turn. For this player. Now it's this player's turn. So because Bismono has 4 speeds, so it's going to be Bismono first. He still has -1 attack, but that's okay. We're gonna still take advantage of this and try to. What should we do here? You know what? I'm gonna try and use Howl on Demo Diablo. Yeah. Okay, so I was able to do that, and I was able to decrease Demo Diablo's defense by -1, which would take his defense to -1, basically. So Defense -1. Okay. So he's now got a -1 defense for 3 turns. So there's that. Okay, that was Bismono's turn. Now I'm going to use Limona. Now Limona is very interesting because she actually is strong against Limono. Her attack would deal +2 attack on Limono. So that's really cool. But I don't know if I want to attack Limono. This is a bit of a conundrum. Let's see. So to reach level 3, he would need 3 experience points, and there's only one Bimono that we can use, so it's kind of useless to try and use him as a, experience points card. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys. Sneezed again, dude. Okay, so I could use an agility, the equipment card, or a healing card, or I could just take advantage and attack. What to do? Shoot, I don't know what to do. Let's just take advantage of this and attack and try and attack Limono. Okay. Oh, she missed. Ooh, that's some bad luck. She just missed. Okay. Well, there we go. Okay, so now it's the end of turn. End of turn phase means that now we got to update things. So Bismono has -1 attack. This will be the last turn he has -1 attack. So after next turn, it'll be gone. He's barely got -1 defense this turn, so it'll be there for another 2 turns. And then Dimo Diablo's still stunned. So let's see if he's still stunned or not. He is not stunned anymore. Finally, geez, that took a while. So he is over his being stunned. And then besides that, Chupa Vida Seed is still in contact with Bismono. So that means for one more turn. So he'll have his vitality go down to 6. And then Dimo Diablos will stay at 13 because that's his max vitality. So there we go. Okay, now Chupa Vida Seed is not intact anymore. This was the last turn basically that it did that. So there's that. Okay, so so we're done with that. So the player on the right, now it's the Phoenix phase for the next turn. Player on the right does not have any cards that they can draw, so whatever. But the player on the left does. They have 1 card, which is Cura Juice, which again cures a party member's negative status effect. So pretty cool. We got that. Okay, that's the end of the Phoenix phase. Let's move on to the actual action phase. So it would be Dimo Diablo's turn since he has the highest speed. Dimo Diablo. Let's see what we do with him. Let's see. I'm going to just freaking, let's see. What do I want to do? He's got some high attack right now too, so that's pretty sweet. We really need to take out Beast Ray Kong more than anything, so I'm just gonna freaking attack Beast Ray Kong, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna just attack Beast Ray Kong. Well, no, I'm gonna this. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Malicious Chupa Vida Seed. Yeah, because that'll be very beneficial to Dimo Diablo. He's more of a long-term sort of, card. So yeah. Okay, dealt. That was a 1, so he is able to do my Malicious Chupa Vida Seed, which steals +1 HP every turn. So he is now going to. We'll wait to the end of turn phase, but yeah, he's got that status, situation going on. Yes, so there's that. Now we have to see if Spooky Fang went into play. So It's a 4, so that means it did not. So 1, 2, or 3 would have dealt the passive skills, um, you know, um, status effect, which is curse on Beast Kong. But since we rolled a 4, because 4, 5, and 6 do not, yeah, basically Beast Kong got lucky there. So, okay, Demo Diablo's turn is over. It is now Beast Kong's turn. So what we're gonna do is, let's see here. We need to figure something out here. We need to figure something out, dog. So, I'm gonna do. Yeah, honestly, he just needs to attack, bro. He just needs to attack. So, oh, that's right. And Beast Ray and Demo Diablo has a -1 defense. We could definitely use that to our advantage. So let's do this. I know Bimona is kind of a threat right now, but I don't really want to focus too much energy on her. So I'm just going to attack Demo Diablo again, and this is going to deal a 6 damage on him because he has the -1 defense for 3 turns. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's down to 7 HP. Okay. He's down to 7 HP. So that's good. Yeah, and that was the end of Beast Ray Kong's. Oh, but hold on. Let's see if it's okay. A 2, a 1. Okay. So yeah, so he didn't deal a critical hit. So there's that. Okay, so that's it for that turn. For Beast Ray Kong's turn. Now it's Bimona's turn, and what I'm gonna do with Bimona this time is I'm still gonna be annoying, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have her equip the strike bandana on Demo Diablo, which again basically is giving him a buff. So now any attack that Beast Ray Kong or Beast Mono deals to Demo Diablo will be a -2 damage. So yeah, that was that was very good. There we go. So that was the end of Bimona's turn. Now it is Limono's turn. So Limono, he's gonna take advantage of this, bro, and he's just gonna freaking bite into Beast Ray Kong, which would deal 3 damage plus 2 because he is level 2. And I increased his HP or his attack to 3. His Beast Ray Kong's weakness is Pierce. So this is going to deal 5 damage, right? Goes from 15 to 10. And he's also got a chance to cause poison and also a chance to deal a critical hit. So let's do the poison one first. Okay, so he is now poisoned. Beast Ray Kong is now poisoned. And poison is kind of a B word because basically the first turn he will lose -1 HP every turn. The first turn he loses -1 HP. The second turn he loses -2, then -3, then -4, and then -5 if he's 5 turns poison. So poison is a B word, bro, for sure. So, anyways, yeah. Okay. So he's done moving. He has used his attack. And now it is Beast Mono's turn. This Beast Mono. So Beast Mono still has a -1 attack for the rest of this turn. But let's see what we can do here. We need to try to kill Demo Diablo as fast as possible, man. Oh, but now he's got the strike resistance. Jeez, man. That is... Oh, goodness gracious. We are in trouble right now. Ooh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We're in trouble, man. Okay, so in this case... Okay, this is honestly just the best thing we could do. I'm going to use Beast Mono to use small Sherba Mate, which restores every party member's HP or vitality +3. So Beast Mono goes back to full health at 9. Beast Raycon goes from 10 to 13. And Limona already had full HP, so it doesn't really matter. So, okay. There you go. So there's that. Okay. Beast Mona's turn is over. Let's use Limona now. And she is going to attack. I'm just going to have her attack freaking Demo Diablo, bro. We need to take him out. That thing is scary. 6. Oh my, no freaking way. She missed again. Oh my gosh. Dude, what the heck? What the freak? That is crazy. I cannot believe she just missed again. Dude, that is crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, yeah, she missed. Again, dude. Free. Okay, well, that was the end of turn phase. We're done. Wow. So, anyways, end of turn phase. Now, okay, first of all, we know Beast Mono's off. He doesn't have -1 attack anymore. So there's that. Demo Diablo still has that. The Chupa Vida seed is intact on Beast Raycon, so he now his HP went from 13 to 12. That restores Demo Diablo's HP from 7 to 8. And he's also poisoned, so that means that his HP or vitality went to 11. So Beast Raycon is in a little bit of trouble here. And let's see if he is still poisoned or not. So, oh, he's not. Good for him. So no more poison. So it was just a -1, and that's it. Thank goodness. So Beast Raycon is not poisoned anymore. So that's good. Okay, that was it for the end of turn phase. I'm pretty sure everything. That was it. I'm pretty sure that was it. So there's that. Okay, now let's go on to the new turn. Demo Diablo's turn. Okay, so Demo Diablo, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? So what he wants to do is he's going to use freaking, let's see. Oh, you know what he should do? He should use Malicious Chupa Vida seed again on another monster. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to have him do that on Beast Mono. Okay, so he can do that, and he did do that. And so now, Beast Raycon and Beast Mono have a Chupa Vida seed on them that'll last for 7 turns. So 6 more turns, 7 turns. So he's now going to be recovering 2 vitality every end of turn phase. Pretty freaking sweet. So there's that. Excuse me. Okay. Demo Diablo, done. He's done. Now it is Beast Raycon's turn. Dude, what are you going to do right now, bro? Honestly, I think the only thing to do is to still try and, well, shoot, attacking Demo Diablo now is kind of like, I don't want to say useless, but kind of useless. Yeah, I mean, we still need to try. So he's going to attack Demo Diablo, and it'll deal, instead of 5 damage, it's only going to deal 3 because he's wearing the strike resistance bandana or the strike bandana. So this is going to go from 8 to 5. Okay. And let's see if it was a critical hit. Oh. Okay, roll the 2. Roll the 2. Oh my gosh. Oh, roll the 4. Okay, it was not a critical hit. So there's that. Okay, so that was it for Beast Raycon's turn. And yeah, now it is Bimona's turn. Bimona is going to, let's see, what does Bimona want to do here? Bimona wants to let's just try and take out Beast Raycon as fast as possible. So I'm gonna have her just use Sting on Beast Raycon. Okay, she was successfully able to use Sting, so that decreases his vitality from 11 to 10. And now it is Limono's turn, and he is on high, bro. He's gonna deal 5 damage right now to Beast Raycon. So he's gonna do that 10 to 5, and then okay, he did not deal a critical hit, so that turn is over for him. And now he is, yeah, his turn is over. So now it is Beast Mono's turn. And this player is kind of regretting not taking out Limono earlier because he has now become kind of a threat. But then again, it wasn't something he was able to, it was going to be hard because he was resistant to strike. And yeah, so it's a tough situation. It's a tough situation. So yeah, Beast Mono, let's see. Beast Mono is going to, oh shoot, I forgot one thing, my bad. So in reality, Demo Diablo's vitality is in -4 because he has still a -1 defense. I forgot about that. So he's at 4 instead of 5. Beast Raycon dealt 4 damage. Okay. So Beast Mono is going to, he literally can't deal any damage to Demo Diablo, so it's worthless. Okay, this is what I'm just gonna have him heal Beast Raycon. Yeah, small shed bot on Beast Raycon, which will increase his HP or vitality to 8. Yeah, that's literally the only, like, the best thing we could do right now. So yeah, Beast Mono's turn is over. Limona's turn. Let's please be able to try and deal some damage here. So Limona, I'm gonna try to attack Demo Diablo just to try and kill him. He's at 4 HP, so we got to try and take advantage of that. Okay, finally. Okay, I'm gonna have her use Cut on Demo Diablo, which takes down his HP or vitality to 3, and potentially causing Numb on him if we roll a 1, 2, or 3. Okay, did not cause Numb. So there you go. All right, now it's the end of turn phase. Beast Mono is now healed. Oh, we already knew that from his status, but Demo Diablo has just recovered 2 vitality points because Beast Mono is with the malicious Chupa Vida seed, and same with Beast Raycon. So their vitalities just went down, and so there's that. And then yeah, basically that was it for the end of turn phase, right? Yes, that was it. Cool. All right, let's start the next turn. And let's do, again, let's just be annoying with Demo Diablo. And actually, no, let's just freaking take out Beast Raycon. Let's just freaking take him out, dude. He needs to get taken out. So I'm going to use Bite on Beast Raycon. Yes, he was successful in that attack. So that means that Beast Raycon went down to 4 vitality. And sorry, I just had to grab my dice that it fell. And that was Demo Diablo's turn. Yeah, that was his turn. So now it is Beast Raycon's turn, and he is going to, he's just going to try and attack Demo Diablo, bro. That's like the only thing he could do right now. 4. Okay, so he's successful in that. It deals, again, 4 damage. Oh my gosh, dude. What? So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's got 1 HP left. No way. Oh my gosh, bro. They actually might win. They actually might win, dude. And wait, let's see if it was a critical hit. 5. Nope, not a critical hit. Okay. Oh my gosh. They might actually win. So let's see here. And then now that was it for that turn. And now it is Bimona's turn. Oh, this is where she is definitely going to use Sana on Dimo Diablo to try and save his butt. Let's see if she's able to use the skill. She is. Okay, so she just saved his life, dude. +5 vitality. He's up to 6 vitality right now. Oof. Luckily, we got her in this party, man. She just literally saved. Well, she's saved him like twice, to be honest. But, anyways, so yeah, so there's that, and then now it is Limono's turn. Ooh, ooh, oh, okay. If he's able to attack and he does not miss, they just won. Oh, okay. Limono just hit Beast Ray Kong for 5 HP or 5 vitality. Beast Ray Kong is dead. He is gonzo. So that means that this party on the left, this player, has just won. There you go. All right, guys. So obviously, this is a test play. Definitely let me know your thoughts. And I'd love to get some feedback. If you're also interested in receiving some test play cards, like a little booster pack, I can send you some cards that you can just print out via email, and then you could just kind of play, test play the game as well. So if you're interested in doing that, just let me know. Just comment down below, and we can. I'll most likely get your info on Discord. And so, yeah, just comment below if you're interested in getting a little bit of a test play pack, and yeah, we can go from there. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts, your feedback. I was doing this live, and I don't know what the heck happened with my OBS, and it just freaked out. So I apologize for that, guys. But anyways, like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts, guys. All right, we'll see you on the next one.